Living off-grid in our log cabin in the Canadian North definitely has its benefits. And one of those benefits is taking in all of the natural wonders that are seen much more frequently than in an urban setting. Natural wonders like watching the sunrise over a perfectly calm lake, watching a full moon slide across a very bright sky, maybe capture the northern lights illuminate the coldest of skies, or simply stand on the highest mountaintop and view 100 miles in every direction. Some of you have seen these natural wonders and know the feeling that only comes from experiencing them firsthand. Well, today I'd like to go even deeper into the Labrador forest with you guys and show you a natural wonder that I've only ever discovered once since exploring the big land of Labrador.
Well guys, it's a nice warm spring day here in Labrador. Bright blue skies, just one of those days where you got to get outside and just love everything that you can absorb around you after a nice cold long winter as we're used to here. So I'm going to bring you in and show you one of the things that I found a while back. Part of it I featured in a video briefly a couple years back, but I never really got into it in depth. And basically I was wondering, you know, if anybody else had ever seen anything like this before. So I asked around, I showed a few people, not many, and nobody has actually seen it just like this. So I gotta tell you how it played out. So I was walking around, and if you look up on the side of this hill here, there's just a little small patch of birch. And I'm always looking for birch chaga to drink. I drink birch chaga every single day of my life. It's my tea and I'm used to it. I love the taste. So I just snowshoed across this little piece of land here, and then off to the side it caught my eye. This little piece of water here. Now again, it's warm now, but at the time it was minus 25, minus 30, minus 40 for weeks. And to see a little body of water like this open, it just didn't make sense. Anybody who's experienced cold weather understands what I'm saying. That should be frozen over. So I said, well, something's keeping that open. You know, is there a muskrat there? Is there a beaver there? Is there fish there? Something is just not right. So when I got closer, I could see something in the water. And type of day it was, I couldn't really see that well. So then I took my GoPro and I stuck it underneath the water to see exactly what I was looking at. So what you see there is a pure origin of an underground spring. And in the beginning, I remember not knowing if it was gas, some kind of a methane gas that would come up in a bog or something like that. But when I put the camera underwater and had a good look at it, I could tell that it was actually water. And one day I came in here with my rubber boots on, I got down in it, and you know, you can feel the water coming up out of the ground. Just simply unreal. Now, I've seen tons of underground springs, like I know you guys have too, coming out of the side of a mountain, or like just you notice it just starts off on the edge of a bog somewhere. But I've never seen one where it exactly originates. And that little body of water there, I came back many times that winter, and no matter how cold it got, it stayed open. And I'm thinking that the water just drains somewhat off the side of this hill, and it comes out right there, I assume. And if you look really close, and I viewed the footage, you see where the water has been bubbling up there, obviously for who knows how long, thousands of years maybe, I don't know. You'll see these flecks of shiny rock there. I mean, maybe it's some sort of a rare mineral, I don't know. It's one of those things, I'm sure. I don't think for a second anybody has ever seen this before, as it was a complete fluke for me to come across it. So of course I brought my family back here and a few select friends. You know, I certainly don't want it to get contaminated or anybody you know, do anything to change what's going on there, because it's so natural what's happening, you know. So every time I come in here, of course, I take a drink of the water, because it's the best water you could ever imagine to get, of course, because it's fresh, 100%, just came from under the earth, being filtered 100%, not by a man-made filter, but by nature's filter itself. So at the very minimum, I take a drink, and most times I come in, like today, and I have a cup of tea, because a cup of tea always tastes better in the woods, but coming from a place like this, you just can't match it. See how it tastes today. Oh my. I wish I could describe that to you, but I can't. But how is it, that we know when water is good, water is fresh? I don't understand that, but we do. But if you didn't know how fresh water tasted, I'll have to bring you here someday. Oh my goodness gracious. Cheers to the most natural cup of tea you could ever drink. Oh, it's hot, but unbelievably good. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. I just came back and I'm just so glad I could share this with you. Again, I know you guys have seen underground springs, but have you seen one like this, where it bubbles up completely out of the earth? And if you did, let me know. And let me know if you tasted it and how it tasted to you at that particular time. Well, we're off to do some more snowshoeing now. I'm going to snowshoe a different track back, because you never know when you're going to find something that's unique and unusual, and certainly a natural wonder. So until next time, guys, take care of each other, get outside and enjoy everything outdoors. We'll see you next time, guaranteed.
Get outside.